Well, looks like we got more mail, and it is for the SCX6. So we got some trapdoors, which I got on a really good deal from my local hobby shop, NRC, and then we got some All-Star foams, which I picked up for $21 for the set of 4. So you can't beat that. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use these stock wheels. I do have aluminum ones, but they're currently installed on the SCX6 with super swampers, and I don't really want to keep swapping wheels. So until I find a aluminum set on sale, because I'm cheap, we are just going to use these stock ones. So I'm just going to check to see how the fit is here. Looks like it's going to be pretty tight. Oh yeah, that is super tight, but we will work with it, and we will open up the trapdoors. Take a look at that pattern. Mwah! Love it. So nice. Okay, so what do we got here? Smell that new rubber. Okay, so that's actually I'd say that's pretty close. Maybe just a smidgen. Here, let's do a compression test. Yeah, so you can see that they both kind of smoosh together equally. So that's pretty much on par. So that's nice. I don't have to cut anything new there. So, let's stick those inside. Okay, so that's a good width there. And the size seems pretty good. There's no actual crinkle in there at all. So that's a really good fit, actually. These are quite stiff, so I'm assuming that that's going to take some working in to get the center in. Let's see there. Okay, so there we can see. It actually is going to seat in pretty good. I mean, for the price I paid, I'm not going to complain about that at all. And now, to get the inner ring in. Now, I do have these plugged because I drive in a lot of water, and that's just how I like some of my vehicles. Not all of them are like that. Obviously, my comp crawlers, they're all vented, but stuff I drive in the water, they are actually sealed. Just a little bit of tape on it. So, all right, is that in there? And that is in there now. Okay, so you can see on both sides here it's even all the way around. And it's even there as well. So that's pretty much an exact fit. Takes a little bit to put it in, but you know, that happens. And let's see how this goes. Should be no issues with this, being that that's a Proline tire. All right. Okay, we've got the first tire done. Nice and soft and good sidewall. So 1 tire down, 3 more to go. So my Super Swampers have a dual stage in them, but they're not a dual stage foam. It's a hybrid of a 3D printed insert on the inner ring and then foam on the exterior. So we're just gonna weigh in and see what we got for a difference. So we got 455 versus 684. So 230 grams roughly. All right, so the other thing too is the trapdoors are a little bit more narrow than the Super Swampers. So trapdoors are roughly a little bit wider than that. Well, their bottom footprint anyway, I'd say about 70. And 70 versus like 60 on the bottom tread. So definitely a little bit variation in traction for sure. So Super Swamper is looking at like 70, 75 right there between the outside of this side and then the outside of this side on those lugs. And if you're going by the lug pattern here, obviously you're looking at like a 60. The tire, of course, is a little bit wider than that, probably be about 65. So we're going to lose a little bit of ground on that, but that's all right. Also, my Super Swampers, I had put a Texas cut, I believe that's called, in on them to help them because I noticed that they were sliding a bit on the flat rock. So, but I have not really given that a huge test on some of my climbing areas yet. So we're probably going to be doing that this summer, now that it's summer. All right, so here we got the SCX6 outside. When I bought this was a JLU Jeep. So we do have some different options on it, like the lighting. It was funny because the body didn't come with the light pods, and at that time, I don't know if that's changed now, but you couldn't actually order the light pods because they didn't have a part number. So I don't know if it's in the catalog or not. I am using an aftermarket servo. This is an 80 kilogram Power HD, and I gotta say I am not happy with this at all. I am running a 20 amp BEC, and it's powering the servo itself. This servo seems to lose power, and it doesn't always center. As you can see there, that's not centered at all. And it seems to die out on me without having enough power to like move. So that's it right there. The BEC is located right here. You're gonna have to excuse the mess of wiring. We got rock lights on here as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. So they're just like an actual wiring harness. There's extra lights on the back and everything. But we are running Vidavon shock hoops here. We're running some aluminum structure. I got a mount for the front bumper to have a servo mount if I ever do get one of those, as well as I have one for the back when I use the Jeep body. It also has Vidavon axles right there. So I've actually got skid plates for those to protect them, just because I like them and they're really expensive. But at some point I might also get the portal axles, but we will see. So that's enough of that. Let's get to some driving and see how she does. If you like my body, please give it a like and subscribe. Alright, time to go down to RC Crawler Road. She does have Trio overdrive in the front, so she does have that little bit of extra oomph. So this is the first time I'm using these tires outside of the shop. Alright, well, yes, just bogged out that servo. Seems like it only works like 98% of the time. The 65 kilogram one worked a lot better. Probably because it was a little bit larger servo. I don't know if I can fit through here. Ooh. That's tight. Oh, she fitting. Oh, just barely.
Yeah.
Can really tell I'm missing that that weight on those wheels. Some nice compression on the tires. Alright, let's take her on a little bit of a trail run here. Just on the course.
I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
she's going to be too fat to get over this trail. You can see the rock lights on the underside there. That rear tire is just slipping off there. There we go. Let's see, we got a new branch fell down. All right, maybe we'll try up that one little hill there. Now the truck is just a little bit wider than it in some spots, so this should make for a pretty interesting climb. Listen to them just grip. There we go. A little bit of wheel speed. I mean, the fact that she's got the honcho cage on it, so weighs a fair amount. We do got some more rock I just dropped off in the back of the car, so we're going to be throwing all this down on the pile. But I think I'm going to call it a night, and the tires do seem to be doing very well. They got less lug than the Super Swampers, obviously, but they got more tread on the flat spots, so you can definitely hear where that's working. I did notice that, say, even like on the wood there, it was making a big difference. Whether or not this is going to make a difference anywhere that I actually do rock crawl, we'll have to go and check it out and try try out both sets of tires one day. Maybe I'll do that over the vacation here, but we will see. All right, guys, I'm going to call it here. I'll talk to you later.
I forgot.